Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. It is Monday, March 12th, 2012. I'm Michael Eckford.
And I'm Fiona Forbes, and we have a great show coming up for you today from windy Vancouver.
Windy!
Wow, I didn't expect that windstorm. Let's look outside because it's just winding down now.
Well, I never really pay attention to the forecast this time of year because it doesn't have fun things like snow, but I didn't hear anything about it just all of a sudden.
All I heard in the middle of the night were my windows rattling, and of course, I got so scared. I did the toy soldier. I didn't move. I'm like, somebody's trying to break into my apartment.
Oh, yeah, you're frozen with fear.
Somebody's totally trying to break into my house.
That happens.
Frozen with fear. I didn't do anything. I fell back asleep, but I was too scared to look.
It's always nice to know that if you have that fight or flight moment, that your option will just be freeze. I'm not going to do either. I'm not going to run away. I'm not going to fight.
No one
I'm
can
just
see
going
me.
to absolutely. What are those goats called? The startling goats? The ones
Fainting goats.
Yeah, when they get scared, they just fall over.
Yeah, that's what I did.
That may be both of our methods.
And daylight savings time didn't help. Of course, everybody's a little sleepy today because we gained an hour of daylight, if we ever see daylight today, and lost an hour of sleep. Now, I have the solution because this time of year, yes, we get the bonus.
Is it alcohol?
What?
The solution?
No.
Oh.
But we get the bonus of having the daylight. But remember how a couple weeks ago, there's the stat holiday that all the other provinces get.
Yeah.
That's Family Day.
Yeah.
I think the day after daylight savings should just be sleep day. And we get a holiday today so everybody can catch up, right? Am I the mayor of Vancouver now?
Let's clap her in, people. Let's clap her in. Woo!
Now don't hurt.
Yeah! All right! Woo!
And when I figured that out, when I was toy soldier in the middle of the night, I'm like, I've got it. And then
that's a really, really good idea.
Why don't we do that?
Why wouldn't they make
Gregor
it a...
Robertson, get on it.
I don't know if he has any say over the time change.
No. We just do the holiday today. We don't change the time change. We keep it today. And just,
just the next day.
The Family Day is sleep day.
Mayor McJuicy just declares a civic-wide vacation for everybody.
Now,
That's a brilliant idea.
I think so. I wanted you to be careful when you were clapping because you got hurt.
Yeah, a little bit. My wife and I were out for dinner on Friday with a couple of friends, and it was Jake Edwards from Rock 101, my co-worker up there, and we were up for dinner, and my wife and I planned ahead, so we didn't drive because we knew we would be having some wine at Joe Forte's, and we went in there. Alain Vigneault's in there. Like, there's just a big pie. It was tons of fun.
Yeah.
Of course, we get all riled up, have a great time, and then we walk outside and we do what responsible people do. We get a taxi cab. Unfortunately, we chose the wrong taxi cab, I think, because this is how our ride ended.
When you emailed me this picture, Mike, you guys are okay, and I have to say, you guys are so lucky that you're okay.
Yeah, we're very lucky. Yeah,
because look at that cab.
Yeah, it was a full head-on collision. Our cabbie decided to make a left-hand turn when he probably should have just waited for a minute or so for that other car to pass.
You mean for the oncoming cars?
No, for technical issues like the oncoming cars. So obviously, my wife and I are both, sore and sort of tender, but thankful, right, that it couldn't be worse and all that other stuff. And the worst part, I got teased about it this morning, is I chose that cab. There were two there. One was a minivan cab, and the other was the sedan cab.
And you didn't want to get in the minivan because you've been torturing being in a minivan for 14 years.
I didn't want to get in the minivan cab because I thought nobody looks cool climbing into a minivan cab. So I went for the sedan, and that's how it turned out.
And I have a true confession.
Thankfully, everybody's kind of all right. The driver of the cab wasn't wearing a seatbelt. People, do up your seatbelt. So he was
and I told you when
definitely
I talked to you
injured.
Yesterday, you guys both had your seatbelts on in the backseat of the cab. Every time I get into the backseat of a cab, I never put my seatbelt on. It's because too many times I've grabbed gross things, and I'm a germaphobe, and I just thought,
better to grab a gross thing than kiss the back of someone's seat. And that's what
she said.
That's what she said. You either grab a gross thing or you kiss a gross thing.
But you guys are really lucky that you're okay.
Yeah, we are lucky that we're relatively okay and everything's continuing on. And I just want to give a shout out to the person that was driving the car that was coming towards us. He was a young guy. It was his sister's car. He had his girlfriend in the car.
Are they okay?
Yeah, he did such a good job trying to avoid us because all of a sudden, right, someone's in front of him in the wrong lane, and he did such a good job trying to avoid us. He wasn't able to, but I just want to send a thank you to him and to his driving skills for not completely crushing us inside that cab, because it could have happened.
You know, all jokes aside, when you get in a car accident, unfortunately, in the province of British Columbia, you have to deal with the Insurance Corporation of British Columbia, which means, you know, well, you know, I'm going to try and say, I never tried.
Already you're spiraling into shape. Fiona told me earlier, she said,
I'm going to set up a joke. about ICBC.
She said, I'm going to make a joke. And it's a video, and I'm going to set it up. So just let me set it up. Well done, Fiona.
I just
well set up already.
You and I never try and set up jokes because it always backfires.
Okay,
so
Mike has to deal with ICBC.
No, so I happen to have some video footage of Michael waiting at ICBC. Let's have a look. It's not really Mike. That's the joke. That's a monkey reading a car magazine.
Thank you.
And is that funny?
No, not really. But
come on. Is my shame
but
funny?
the fact that you sucked at setting it up so badly, yes, that makes it funny.
I wasn't really Mike. That's the joke.
You really wanted to show that video. You're just looking for. I could have done anything on the weekend.
Is that a monkey or is that
I could have said I went skiing, and Fiona would have figured out a way to show that video because she just wanted to show it.
And in case you didn't know, I have a new puppy, and I've turned into a crazy dog person. Kind of. My dog does not wear clothes. I want to clarify. He's far too cool.
Yet. I would like to clarify.
But he does get shivery when he's outside and he gets cold.
See, that's the point. That's the entry.
His name is Chewbacca, and he is 2 pounds of puppy. And
so cute.
He's so cute. He's such a good dog. And I decided to spend the weekend potty training, which in the dog world, I guess, is supposed to be called what? Housebreaking? Yes?
Please tell me you're not about to show pictures of your dog going to the washroom.
Yes, I am.
This is what you talk about now.
I know.
I have always avoided talking about my children because I thought people might think it was kind of boring.
Them pooping and stuff.
I never talked about my kids.
Neck poo.
Once, because it was funny. They pooed so much it came up the neck of their sleeper. Okay. If I don't see this dog covered in poo, it's not funny.
Okay, no, but it is funny. Let's look at the picture. This is Chewy being cliche. Come on, that's funny. Wouldn't you be intimidated if your urinal was that large?
It's very cute because
he's only 2 pounds.
That is a small dog.
That is a
massive...
normal-sized fire hydrant. And this weekend was a rough weekend of playing and stuff. I have more pictures. Do you want to see more pictures?
Yes.
Come on, it's so cute. We need a super dog.
Oh, okay. I thought there'd be more pooping pictures.
No more pooping pictures.
Oh, that's really cute.
It is really cute. But
he looks like what are those, caterpillar?
Yeah, it's frog dog. Let's look at the last picture, just cause.
What is that? Oh, it's so dark. Is that his front or his back?
It's his back.
Is that the back? Why are you doing that?
Because it's cute.
Why are you showing the dog's...
You can't see his no bits. It's just cute.
You actually just showed a dog's butt on our television show.
You can't see his bum. Look at it again.
See it again.
You can't. It's covered by his tail.
Hey, can we zoom in?
Michael, it's a puppy.
Hey,
Chewbacca. By the way, I'm looking for a Millennium Falcon action figure so I can do a photo shoot with Chewbacca. Is that wrong?
I am looking for a new job, so if you could help with that, please.
And we have video of Mike looking for a new job. No, we don't.
We're going to take a break.
It's really a monkey that's reading a car magazine.
Shush. We are going to take a break.